Hi and welcome to my Python YouTube channel. It's awesome to have you here. If you like this video, a thumbs up would be great. And make sure to subscribe for future videos. I also have a blog at prosperocoder.com with lots of cool stuff, so feel free to check it out. In the previous part of the matplotlib series, we're talking about text annotations. In this part, we'll be talking about axis ticks. An important element of each graph are axis ticks. There are major ticks and minor ticks. By default, major ticks are labeled, as opposed to minor ticks. Minor ticks fill the space between major ticks. Let's start by plotting a simple graph with default ticks. So, here's our example, the imports, the x and y values, and the plot. Let's run this code to see the graph. Good. Now, as you can see, in this example, we didn't do anything about the ticks. Here we have just the default ticks, but we can sometimes want to manipulate the ticks. There are a couple ways we can do it depending on what we need. We use the MPL ticker module, so the module inside the MPL, so matplotlib module, which contains classes for manipulating tick placement. In particular, we can use, among others, the following classes. maxAndLocator is used to set the maximum number of ticks at unspecified locations. MultipleLocator is used to set the ticks at locations that are multiples of a given base. FixedLocator is used to set the ticks at explicitly specified locations. To choose a tick placement strategy, we use the setMajorLocator and setMinorLocator methods in axis x-axis and axis y-axis respectively. We just pass an instance of one of the ticker classes described right here, so maxAndLocator, MultipleLocator, or FixedLocator. Now here's some examples. Here's how we can use the maxAndLocator to set 4 major ticks at unspecified locations. So we use the x-axis setMajorLocator method, and we want 4 major ticks. Let's run this code. And here it is. 1, 2, 3, 4 major ticks. Next, let's use maxAndLocator to set 6 major ticks and 30 minor ticks at unspecified locations on the x-axis. So we use x-axis here. And now we use the setMajorLocator for the major ticks and setMinorLocator method for the minor ticks. And what we get is this. So, 6 major ticks and 30 minor ticks over here. Now let's use the MultipleLocator to add major ticks at multiples of 28 and minor ticks at multiples of 7. We want it to be on the x-axis, so we use x-axis here. And again, we use the setMajorLocator method and the setMinorLocator method for the major and minor ticks respectively. This time, we pass the MultipleLocator class. So, what we get is this. Major ticks every 28 units. Minor ticks every 7 units. Now, in the next example, let's use the FixedLocator. We can use it to set major ticks at locations specified in a list. So, x-axis because we want to do it on the x-axis, setMajorLocator because we are going to work with the major ticks here. And now we use FixedLocator with a list of positions where the major ticks should be positioned. So, let's run it. And here we have 4, 17, 21, 36, and so on. Here are the values from the list. Now, in the next example, let's use the FixedLocator as well as some other locators to set major and minor ticks on both x and y axes. Hence, we have x-axis here and y-axis here. Now, the MajorLocator for the x-axis should set major ticks on the x-axis at locations specified in a list. So we use a FixedLocator here with a list of locations. Now the minor ticks on the x-axis at locations that are multiples of 2. So we use MultipleLocator. Now the y-axis. Major ticks should be set at unspecified locations on the y-axis, so we use max n locator. Now, minor ticks on the y-axis should be at locations that are multiples of 0.1, so we use multiple locator with this parameter over here. And now, if we run this code, we get this. So, x-axis, major ticks at these locations, 6, 18, and so on, right? Minor ticks at multiples of 2, so 6, 8, 10, 12, etc. Now the y-axis, we want 3 major ticks at unspecified locations, and here they are, 3 major ticks. And now the minor ticks on the y-axis should be at locations that are multiples of 0.1, so 0, 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, and so on. You can also explicitly specify tick locations using the setXTicks and setYTicks methods with a list of coordinates. Have a look. setXTicks at these locations, setYTicks at these locations. Let's run this code. And here it is. 10, 20, 50, and so on X, and 0.2, 0.5, 0.7 on Y. Okay, that's it for this video. If you like it, a thumbs up would be great. Also, make sure to subscribe for future videos. If you want to leave a comment or ask a question, you're welcome to do so. Thanks for watching.